I thought this morning was not where I would like to see it be, but I thought this afternoon was a great tempo. Came out here I thought really with a great work attitude and went through it pretty clean. Got some things done. This morning had some pieces that you liked. I just didn't feel that we managed it as well this morning.
Saturday's your first scrimmage. Is that the first time you guys are going to be in full pads?
No, we've been in full pads. This morning we were full pads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that going to be like the big next step where some guys are going to start making some separation in terms of position battles?
Usually by that first scrimmage you got a bunch of stuff installed. You've had a chance to rep it out, and then you want to get the coaches off the field and let the kids play and see how they handle it while the coaches hovering around the huddle, kind of yelling things and helping out. Just let them function on their own and see what they've kind of digested, so to speak. So it's important. James is not going to be with us. And, he's going to seek other opportunities elsewhere. And, we wish him nothing but the best.
How would that? So I guess guys have to step up. I guess if he was going to be here, he'd probably be part of the return game. Who are some of the guys that have to step up in that game?
We got a bunch of guys. Maurice Jones is back there. And, we have Matt Brown's back there. Joe Jones is back there. Keir Griffin's back there. So we got a lot of good speed back there.
You said, I think last week, pretty happy with your guys up front. There's some guys in front of the offensive line that established themselves as stars. Who are those guys? Lumbo, the guys that most
yeah, I mean, one of the ones are Pat Boyle, Derek Dennis, Wayne, and Martin, and John. Those guys have been running up there once. We need to get going there too. I felt like this morning we need to pick that up in the front. Yeah, he was playing center, because we had a couple of guys nicked up and stuff. So it's just it's good though. I like it like that. I like shuffle. It kind of keeps people on their toes. You got to get 7 guys ready at a minimum, anyways.
How much does that help guys when some injuries happen and a guy is not as big a shock as a guy who's missing snaps in both positions? Say, okay, we got to tackle now. Is that kind of less of a learning curve for him?
Yeah, I think it forces guys to learn. I'm a big believer in learning how to play every position, have a multiplicity. You don't know what the injury situation is going to be. You have to be able to handle that. You can't wait for it to happen. Just try guys. You got to make sure you're 3 deep at every spot. And you got to play your best players. So you certainly don't want a guy that's playing tackle. He's the second tackle, but he's not the 6th man. I mean, none of that stuff makes any sense to me.
I just talk about Bernard and you guys like that. Some guys that seem to be like Miles. Are there guys that are slowly inching into that category for you that really start to solidify? I know it's early, but
I'm not sure what you're. You named a couple guys that you would say yes, right? But I don't know who you deem that way. But there are some guys like that for sure, right? Keith Brown, Tahir, guys that have earned their stripes like that, right? But then there are other guys that are still fighting and clawing. It doesn't mean that the guys who earned their stripes, couldn't get benched. So, but let's see what happens. We're so new that you really like to get through that first scrimmage before you start to make too many grand assessments. You know what I mean?
What's it like? I mean, even just for you now in this position, how much are you still learning about these guys, just getting to know the roster?
Still, I think I got a pretty good feel for it. But I mean, still, I think there's some surprises. Things like that pop up that they're always going to be that. Probably got a good feel for about 75% of it. Probably a quarter of it still undeterminable.
Marshall, and I guess from what I read, it seems like he thought his career was going to be over, and he was with Sean down there. Can you just talk about how things came together with him? It's just a situation.
He wanted to play ball, and so he went through the proper channels. He's a heck of a kid. He's a really good football player. It's just a win-win deal for him. Enjoy watching him. He catches my eye. And he's a lot like a different build, a lot like Adrian. He has a knack to be able to feed a block and front up and make a tackle. Doesn't sound like much, but some guys have a hard time disengaging and blocks. He's kind of a natural guy.
How much, I guess, it obviously helped with the connection with Sean. Is a good situation with Sean, like he stayed in touch with him and said pretty clear.
Yeah, it's a relationship business. Every once in a while, something like that, good fortune comes your way. That's a little bit of good fortune right there.
How remarkable of a story is that? I mean, you've been coaching a long time when a kid feels like his career may be over one point, and now he's cleared, he's back out there. What's it, just for you as a coach, what's the human interest piece of it like for you?
Yeah, it's just great to see the kid, obviously. it's great for someone to be able to keep, his dream not come to an end. You love that stuff. There's a lot of different stories every year in college football. Some are injury based, some are, guys that they're able to play that fifth year after they graduate in another place. They go and have a career. I mean, I can remember, last 6 years we've had more than a few. So whatever the circumstances that brings that about, it's just great to see a young guy, be able to still reach for his dream.
When did you guys know you were actually was finally cleared?
Not that long ago. I don't remember exactly that time, but it wasn't that long ago. The process there, so through all the right process, all the channels.
Adrian's taken another bounce back defensive player of 2 years ago. What have you seen from him thus far?
He's been extremely consistent. He has a tremendous ability to be able to at full speed, be able to be low and get underneath tackles and pass rush. I would think just I would think he had a great opportunity to really get that.
I think you said this before, just allowing years back to rush the passer and drop it back on the last.
Yeah, I mean he's a pass rusher is what he is. He's a tackler. He's a great wrestler. He's a great defeat a block, disengage, make a play. I mean he's all that. I mean I don't think his forte is all he can do it, but I mean he wants to get up the field, make a play as opposed to drop back in coverage.
And the quarterback's sort of separating himself just go wide open.
We're all still working. I mean, still working hard. I think Chester's done a great camp so far. But I've seen spots, see bursts out of all of them at times. I mean, Girardi, today is 7-7, did a great job getting his hips around, delivering some strikes. I saw the juice, some great option plays. I've seen. I mean, they've all done things throughout the camp. I really want to give that time to happen. It's so segmented practice right now, so controlled. That doesn't flush out leadership that much.
How's the battle in lineup between CJ and Dean?
Good. CJ's working hard. I like CJ's work ethic. He's a guy that he can't get enough reps. He's jumping up for every rep he can get. It's pretty fun to watch him. Deion's a great competitor too. So, I mean, I view it more like the whole receiver core. I don't like segmenting. To me, receiver, catch the ball, inside, outside, just make a play. I mean, this guy's this guy. If you're one of the top 3, get on the field. One of the top 4, get on the field. That's just the way I look at it. I always have. What makes a great receiver? Does he catch the ball or doesn't he? Right? Catch the ball.
I guess there was a play that was Chris touchdown pass to the just turned. It looked like graded short segment, but I guess it looks like
Yeah, he's rusty a little bit, but every day he looks a little better to me. I'm telling you, what he is a competitor, That's what he is. What you notice is you always see him out there, That's what you notice. So always going.
What can you guys do just in terms of just whether it's the red zone or anywhere when you've got a couple of tall guys like Deion Boyd?
I think you get him in man coverage. Guys in man coverage, get that big receiver against that smaller corner. Get him out on an island, throw a slant, throw a fade, Just try to get the big body on the smaller body. There's not a lot of big, tall corners now. Most of those corners aren't that tall. So it's hard. They got to cover man and go up and get that ball. It's hard to do. I've seen that. You got a guy that can really catch the ball and snag the ball. It's hard to defend it.
Who was the guy that you coached over the past years that was able to get up like that? Was it a guy like Riley?
Riley was a different kind of guy. That's a powerful, strong guy, fast as hell and strong. He's different. But I mean, I got like Alzheimer's. Remember all their names in the SEC, but what's his name in South Carolina? I mean, he just go up and grab the ball. Julio Jones at Alabama just go grab those our guys, our tall guys like Deion and Streeter and Malcolm. I mean, they're just so rangy. You know what I mean? I love that. I love big receivers.
What do you think about the other side of Adrian and Keith Brown and that transition into defensive end? How's that been going?
Great. I think there'll be 2 of the better defensive ends in the conference. They're really, those guys go hard. They're both relentless work ethic. Unbelievable. Take every play for them. That's the commonality that they share.